morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess at Pink Lady Budgets. Happy Monday to you all. I hope you are having a good start to the week. I am a day late doing my little weekly cash stuffing video as I worked yesterday. But anyway, there is lots to do this week and I am going to be going to do the food shop once I've done my little video. So let's start off with the coins first. So I have put the pound coins separate already today. How are you all? I am so happy that hopefully this week everything will be here. It's nearly all here. I'm just waiting on one more order and then I will be able to do my 2026 setup video. But anyway, let's get on with this week's cash stuffing video. So in pound coins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really want to get this done before Christmas. So I'm hoping that over the next couple of weeks, I will get some pound coins in change, but they have slowed down a lot. Well, I say they've slowed down. When I'm using the money from my binders to spend money, I'm just spending more than I thought. So I haven't got as much change, let's put it that way. But yeah, we're not close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's only £14 left to go on that. And then that'll be £80 going to Teddy's emergency fund. So really happy about that. And that should be doable by Christmas. So let's get the 20p done. 20p's, I should say. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 20p's. Let's get the red. Is that the red? Nope, that's the orange. Good job I checked. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What have you all got planned for this week? I've got my weigh-in tomorrow. I've set myself a goal of losing another stone before Christmas. And with me losing 2.5 pounds last week, it means I've got 12.5 pounds to go until I reach that target. But it doesn't matter if we can't reach the target, but it's always good to set those little targets to try and achieve them. So what's next? 5p. So we've got one little 5p going in. Let's find the card. That finishes that line. That's good. Dean is currently out of the dog, so you'll probably hear them come back in a minute. What's this one? 2p's, 1p's. We haven't got any 10s this week. And a 50. So 50, 1 and 2. So they're the remaining bags to do. That one can go over there. They can go back in there. Right. Let's do the little 1p first. Going in there. There we go. I'm hoping to actually get the 50p one finished as well before Christmas. I don't think that'll be too hard either. 150p going in. There we go. And we've got 1, 2p. I used to get copper all the time, but I don't really get it a lot anymore. But anyway, that is all the change done and the pound coins one done. So let's move that back up there. Let's move that over. And let's move that back in. Okay, so our change is done. Right, so let's have a count up of the money. So let's move that over there. We have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, £310. That is what we are cash stuffing this week. 310 squid. Okie dokie. So as usual, we're going to start off with our weekly binder. So we have got some new envelopes from Bethany Budgets, and you'll see them as we're going along. But as usual, we're going to do 70 for the food shop. 30, 40, 50, 67. Let's just check that. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There we go. 70 in for our food shop. Then 10 for Dean's Petrol. Teddy had his groom, so we're going to start rebuilding that back up. I've booked him in for a little Christmas spa, which is a wash and blow dry spa before Christmas. So we'll start building that up, but that's not as much. I think it's like 32. Then there's some new envelopes in the weekly binder. We've got spending. So let's, these literally came this morning, so they are fresh. I allocated £20 now for spending. And then we've also got household, and I'm going to start by putting a 5 in there. So that is the weekly binder done. Now we're going to move on to my personal binder. Okay, so health and wellness is going to get 20 this week. There we go. Beauty is going to get 10. And then I've added some new envelopes. So for my hair, oh, like I said, these are brand new, literally probably opened with delivery like maybe 5 minutes before starting to film, because that's why I was waiting for all these envelopes to come. Right, so in hair we're gonna pop 10, and then I've also got an envelope for tattoo because I want to start saving for my next tattoo. So we're just going to start this week by putting a little 5 in there. There we go. Beautiful charms I got from Stephanie Budget. This dashboard is from Tyler over at Lily Rain, and I made myself a little window for me binders. And there we go. That is my binder done for this week. Then we are going to go into the sinking funds, and we're going to be doing the emergency fund. Okie dokie. So we're going to add 20 like normal to our emergency fund, and now let's colour off 20. Where's the red one? There. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. That's another £20 added this week. And I am going to do a count up because I've already forgotten what there was in there last week. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30. £230 is in there. So we're nearly at the halfway mark. So 230, 240, 250. So after next week's £20 goes in, we will be at the halfway point to reaching that 500 goal, We're not going to reach 500 before Christmas, but let's see how much we manage to do. And then at the end of the year, everything in emergency fund, pet fund, everything's going to be coming out and they're going to be going into the bank. And I've made up the little pots so I can write each category down and what needs to go in each pot. And then we'll start fresh in here for the new year. I don't think there's anything else in this binder today. Well, all depends if I complete any challenges. Okay, so this is my new occasions binder. And I'm adding in to my birthday today. My birthday's in January. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing or if I'm doing anything, but I do want to have some money there in case I do decide to do anything. I might take myself off to the spa or a massage. But something I really enjoyed at work the other day was a sound bath. And it's all to do with meditation through sounds, lights. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I might take myself off for one of them. But anyway, that's another £20 added. So 10, 20 for my birthday. So then we have got 20, 40, 50, 60 in there for mine. That is fantastic. There we go. I'm not adding anything else yet. These beautiful envelopes, now I've got some more coming. This is a lady called Kaz, and she has a lovely little Etsy shop, and her name is Cornish Moor Crafts. I hope I've got that right, but you know, I've got another, that's my last order on the way, and they are just beautiful. So I've got my birthday, Dean's birthday, general birthdays, and a girls' night out. But like I said, I have got more on the way, and hopefully they'll be here this week so I can show you my 2026 full setup. It isn't changing much, guys. What you see now is pretty much it, apart from some new envelopes and new ways I will be doing things. So now we are going into my holiday binder. Again, the dashboard is from Tyler at Lily Rain, and I made the matching window. But we've got in here, again, some more beautiful envelopes from Kaz, and we've got Girls Trip in here, Benidorm in here, holidays in general in here. That's going to be so far for our lodge holiday in May. And then this is our Benidorm package money. Now, I've not been showing this in my video, but that's there. Anyway, so as usual, we are adding £20 to Girls Trip. So 10, 20. That's sorry, I feel like I've messed up somewhere. I should have 60 for the games binder. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that's the games binder money. Girls Trip 20. Oh yeah, Christmas 20, because we're starting Christmas. Yeah, okay. Ignore me. I'm going to put those 10 back and use this 20 for Girls Trip. That was like a heart-stopping moment, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? So we're going to do 2 more on here. Just colour it all in. I'm just doing all pinks because why not? And then we'll do the perfume. So that's that done. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. £60 to go, and then we have completed that again. That's going in there. And then we're going to add £10 to our Benidorm one. Oh. And we're going to do the 2 5s. So just one of these being coloured in today. And I think I'm going to do the luggage today. So there we go, and we'll do a pink one, of course. Surprisingly, my case isn't actually pink. Maybe I'll get a new one. My case is pretty old, to be fair. So how much have we got in here? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 in there. Amazing. And we're not starting that one today. Okay. That's that one done. And then we are starting Christmas today. This is Christmas 2026. And I have got some beautiful envelopes coming from Kaz for this binder, and I cannot wait. What are we going to put £20 in to? I think the most, I don't want to start any of the games yet. That's for next year, really. Do I put it in extras? Actually, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because not including the games. So we've got 6. The only way I can decide is I'm going to roll a dice, and that is number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now, do we break the £20 up and do £10 in here and £10 in another? Let's break it up. So we're going to put £10 into stockings, and they're £2 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So let's colour these in. I really just want to try and get ahead for next year Christmas. So that's why I thought I'm starting it now. Has anybody else started for 2026? I know Kerry has, Budget with Kerry. I know Carol has over at Dolly B Budgets. I honestly, though, have got so many videos to catch up with watching. I've got some of Bethany Budgets to watch. I have some of Budget with Sean. Yeah, there's lots to catch up with. So make sure that's dry. And then we're going to roll again for the final £10. So let's roll again. We're going 4. And this one's activities. So each one of these stars are 5. So we're going to colour in 2 of the stars. So let's go 1. 2. There we go. I'm glad I separated that £20 up, actually, because it means a couple got a bit of love. But so the Magical Stars is for Christmas activities next year. Let's run through them. So this front one is winner, winner, turkey dinner. That is obviously food and drink, and that will save £100. Then we've got the Oh Christmas Tree, which is for decorations, which will save £125. The stockings is literally for stockings. So to buy ourselves some new stockings and some bits to go in for each other. Then we know that that one is activities. The gingerbread is for presents, which will save 150. So my aim is to probably do this twice to 3 times. Then the festive glow up is for extras. And then these 2 games that I do next year will be to reallocate straight into these little other categories. Right. So we are to the games binder. And I'm going to do it like Carol today rather than take them all out. I've only got 6 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to take that off. We're going to roll a dice. We have £60 here. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. Carol has sent me a dice tower, but it hasn't arrived for this video. So we'll have a dice tower next time. The first one is going in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just slide that in there. Okay, back to the beginning. Next one, 6, which is this one. There we go. Then we've got 3. 1, 2. We're starting a new one. Amazing. Oh, and she drops a dice. Let's just grab another dice because I've dropped it and I don't know where it's rolled to. Okie dokie. Next one. We're going to 5, which is this one. And then number 1. Last one, 6. And that is the rolls done. So let's move that over, put that away, and let's go from the beginning. Oh, that didn't get 2. Did that get... Oh no, guys. Was that in Cozy? Have I dragged that out? Did Cozy Season get one? That was definitely in there. But how have I managed to pull that one out? Oh. I don't know what I've done here. It must have come out of Cozy Season, but I generally can't remember. Okay, let's just pop it there because I think that's what's happened. Right. So we got 2 in this one, well, 10 in this one. So we need to cross off 2 squares. There we go. There we go. That is that one done. So we need to add the money in. There we go. Okay. I'm still not sure if this is right, but I honestly can't remember, and I'm midway through filming. Oh, okay, so that completes it. Well, that's good that it completes it, but I think I'm wrong. But if I pulled that out, how did I get it from any more? Okay, let's just go with it. Let's just finish this one up. Let's go with a purple mug. You're all going to be screaming at the camera saying, no, it was from this one, it was from this one. But if that is the case, I'll have to, whichever one it was meant to be for, when I'm editing, I will see, and then I'll just have to owe that one an extra 10 next week is what I'll have to do. but I'm going to have a barrel of laughs watching this back over, because I'll be like, okay, yeah, it was from that one. And then by then it'll be too late. So these things happen. Anyway, so we need to remove this one. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, £50, because that one is complete. So we're going to reallocate that in a minute, and that's going to dentist. So let's move that to one side, and let's just grab another challenge to put in ready to start next week. And I'm going to do this one from Studio Budgets, and it's for the girlies, and each icon 10, and that will go to Girls Trip 2026. So let's add that one in. This one, maybe that was from that one. Oh, I've done it now, guys. We're just gonna have to go with the flow and see what happens. Anyway, the next one got 10. So let's pop the 10 in. So let's get the yellow and the pink. And we're doing 5 and 10. There we go. And add that one back in. This one got 10. Oh, so we were close to finishing this one as well today. I'm going to do this one as a yellow. And then I'm going to do this a green. So we've only got £10 left to add on this one next week, and then this one will be complete as well. Amazing. I think this is Health Fund. Yeah, that one's going to Health Fund. That'll be good. Let's add that in, and let's make sure that 10 goes in there. And then we got Bougie Breakfast that got 20. Let's add the 20 so we don't forget. So 5, 10. So let's colour in the remainder of the croissants. And then we are going to make a start on the strawberries. Okie dokie. And then we need to colour in 2 strawberries. Five, 10. We'll do some toppy bits. So then on this one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We've got 30 left on that one, and that's stock up the freezer. Amazing. So we could potentially finish this one next week. We could finish that in the next couple of weeks. And I think it's going to be this one or this one that I might owe 10 to, because it maybe shouldn't have gone in cozy season. We'll find out when I edit, and I'll be laughing, and I'll put an extra 10 in there next week, whichever one it was. That's that one done for now, but we're going to go back to the sinking funds because we need to reallocate this £50 to dentist. So here's our dentist. Take the tracker out, and we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. £50. So we need the orange and the yellow. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That was such an awkward way to do it, but you know, I did it that way. So let's have a count up in here of how much we've now got in here. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. 110 now in our dentist fund. Amazing. And a little cheeky reallocation there for completing a challenge. I'm going to laugh so much when I'm editing this back and I'll be like, I knew it wasn't that one. But anyway, that one is done. We've got a new challenge in there ready for next time. And I might owe a challenge £10 next week, but we will find out. Oh, let's put my... I'm actually going to add it here so I remember that this is the one we added in. Oh, sweet. Okay, there we go. That is this week's cash stuffing all done. Thank you so much for everyone coming back over and watching my little old video. If you haven't already, like, comment and subscribe. I'll chat to you down in the comments and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.